Welcome to the M1 podcast. Enjoy.
I'm going to the top like Gunnar. I swear this winter's hot like summer. Call up Jelani, he's doing up Jummer. I'm more than blood, but he's still my brother.
I always saying, people, it's your boy, Big Daddy.
I think you're not doing that no more.
Oh, yes, yeah, cool. As you can see, I'm not by myself today. We're accompanied by two lovely women. You may introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Becky and I'm from Bon Bon Management.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Karma and I'm a model and dancer.
Woo! just clap. Oh,
I feel this is very serious. Like it's gonna like very like we're like a job interview or something.
Yeah,
like.
Literally.
Hi, I'm from Bon Bon.
One thing about ourselves that no one knows.
Actually, to start. Right, firstly, so you guys so you are a model?
No, I'm the owner of the business.
You're the owner of the
CEO.
business.
Yeah.
But you're not a model.
No.
Cry. You should. So you can see the two of us, right?
Yeah.
We're aspiring models too.
I'm not. Okay.
We are. Do we have what it takes to make it?
Oh, what is that what we're doing?
Would
can
we
you
get-
twerk?
Whoa.
I don't want to say it live on here, but
You can do some more
I can
twerks
do a
on my
little.
agency.
I can do a little. You know what I'm saying?
If you're bad, right there, right now.
You're
Yeah, it is.
mad
If
on
you're bad, if
on
you're bad,
big
if you're
internet.
bad,
Yo,
if you're bad, you'll do it.
yo, man. You think I'm
This is
gonna
your time, this is your
You tried
audition.
It's
Ah.
your audition. You could be part of one.
Wait,
part of
do you-
one.
Do you only have women? Or do you?
Yeah, we only have women.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Mhm.
I do have a big thing though. I can't lie. I'm built like a bad bee, so I could get in.
Jeez.
We're Ghanaian. We know what we got, man. Mordecai, don't lie to the people. You know you can twerk too.
Let's
You know-
not. Let's
you-
not.
you
Let's-
know
let's
you
move on,
practice
yeah,
in the
let's
mirror,
move on,
man.
Let's move on.
But yeah, we got models and a modeling owner.
I suppose the whole thing, you know.
Modelling
yeah.
owner. Sound
Anyway.
like a pimp then, yeah.
Yeah,
Some
modelling
pimp.
owner.
That's not what you're paying. Someone was turned up in this
What's
photo.
that?
Literally
What's
a
that
pimp.
Playboy guy called?
Huh? Playboy.
Hugh Hefner.
He dead?
Yes.
He dead?
That's me.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
But a respectable one.
Is
Yes.
he dead? I didn't know he was dead.
He died a couple years ago.
Yeah, he died, didn't he?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
R.I.P. yo.
R.I.P. A bit late, but R.I.P. Hugh.
Anyway, yeah. So on the M1 podcast, yeah, what we like to do when we start is we like to give advice to the people. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little something, just to like
Yeah.
refresh
Yeah,
the day.
pretty-
You know what I'm saying? So obviously,
Mhm.
they could be watching this. They could be going through. What could they be going through?
Life.
Live not enough. If you're cooking,
Yeah.
check on your feed.
Make sure, first of all, if you're cooking, like we spoke about this with Billy and that, make sure you're seasoning properly, please.
Please. Don't season it with thoughts and prayers. Salt.
Trust me. Don't.
It's not enough.
Some people season with water, you know.
What?
I've
What's that
seen
water?
people season with water. I've seen
What?
people
Season what with water?
Some people just pour chicken, water. That's it.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram the other day. It's a bit mad.
Please.
Can't do that.
Okay, just little just all purpose. That's fine.
That's
Easy.
it.
Even that,
It's
even
just
that.
easy.
All purpose. That's it.
Bit of garlic powder as well.
Oh.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No,
No, that's
no,
right.
I'm saying like it's
It's
simple.
just-
Like.
It's not that hard. But yes, go check on your feed quickly. It's burning. I can hear the fire alarm. Go.
Yeah, it's
Go
burning.
check on it.
And
Right?
all you man them who are going out and you're linking your side things, make sure you
Right.
Yeah. And also turn off your notifications because your main thing might see where you are. So you know what I'm saying.
make sure when you put
Be
your
smart.
phone down, you put it like this.
Yeah, those.
Anyway, yeah. So you like to do a little.
Yeah, just little icebreaker type stuff. Yeah, 2 truths, 1 lie.
Obviously,
Go.
he isn't. If you didn't know, he doesn't actually. Well, I think we've met. We've worked before.
Yeah, we've
I've never met Karma. He's never met any of you.
I've never met any of you.
So
I'm glad to have met you guys today.
so he obviously
Aw.
he just wants to know a
That's
bit.
so
He
cute.
just wants to know a bit about you, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
something that he doesn't know.
Something interesting. No,
Oh.
let's make it simple. What's something interesting about you? Something like
No, let's do the two truths.
2 truths, 1
or
lie.
2 lies, 1 truth.
Wait,
two lies,
this
1
is
truth.
gonna take a minute to think about though.
Don't worry, we'll start. Mordecai, you go first.
You want to go
Yeah,
first?
because I ain't got.
Is it 2 lies or 1 truth? 1 truth.
2 truths, 1 lie.
2 truths, 1 lie.
I swear, yeah.
Okay, so I've been arrested.
Probably 2.
Second one, I don't think you can play this because I'm trying to think of
Fine.
something that you don't know.
I won't say anything.
I'm trying to think of something that you don't know.
I won't say it. That's fine.
My second one is I have done music videos with H. That's the second one.
So.
And my third one,
right, so
so you got 2 truths then.
I'm not gonna tell you what they are. What
No.
the hell?
Wait, I'm so
Is it
confused.
2 truths? Yeah, so you do.
I'm
2
telling
truths,
you
1
3
lie.
statements and you have to tell me
Which one is
one's
true?
Which one's a lie?
and which ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my last one is
Take your time.
I went to hospital one time because I ran into a tree.
I feel like that one's a lie. The way that you
That was
said
so bad.
And then there were three statements. So
I
yes.
think you're like, actually no, I can't go in it. You might.
You
I
can't
think the H thing's real because you sounded very confident with that one, but the last one, nah, that is.
I feel like you've been arrested.
It's 2 truths and 1 lie, you know.
Oh, 2 truths.
So then the arrested one then, because I feel like
Yeah,
I
first
don't
2
know.
truths.
yeah.
You think the first 2 truths?
Yeah.
I think you've been arrested.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
Second
a
one.
look that you gave.
Yeah, but it's the way that you said both of the first ones. So like
Yeah.
the last one just sounded like you just.
So
think
you're
of it
okay.
as
So
like
you're saying I've been arrested, and I've not been arrested. What are you saying? Are you saying I've been arrested?
Wait, what was the first statement? You'd not been arrested.
I'm saying that my
Yeah, he's
statement
been
has been arrested.
First time is
Well then, because that was statement that
So
sounded.
what's a lie then? What's a lie?
The
one that I've
last
run into a
one.
tree.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
what are you
hospital
saying?
one.
What's a lie?
The last one.
The tree. What's a lie for you?
First one.
I've been arrested.
Yeah, you're arrested.
Okay, I've not been arrested.
But still, I've
the
never
way you
not been
said it.
arrested.
You ran into a tree.
Okay, let me explain before you think I'm mad. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was 15 or something, yeah, it was after school.
Two
innit?
or three run into trees.
Listen, let me explain it. So walking home in it, like if anyone at Trinity, yeah, you know that like when you like walking from Trinity to Oxford Road, there used to be like a massive path, like, but now they've put bare buildings and that there in it. So we're walking back and there used to be like loads of trees in it, like so it's bare grass and loads of trees. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm walking backwards in it. Don't ask me why I'm walking backwards in it. I'm walking backwards and my friends are in front of me and walking towards me. And one of my friends decided to just run at me like bare fast. So I've turned around in it and I've gone to run away and I've just gone like smack into a tree. Now.
So wait, what happened to you? Why did you go to hospital then?
I ran into a tree. Like,
Yeah, but like,
bare
what
hard.
injuries did you have?
I went head first into the tree. My head was like, my whole thing was like,
Oh, what the hell?
it was bad. It was bad.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's my 2 trees.
Alright, let me try that then. Alright,
You two be thinking of yours, by the way.
yeah,
Okay, I'm
'cause
trying to think.
I'm so uninteresting.
Yeah, I
What
know.
have I done in that? Shut up. Alright, cool. Let me think. Alright. So, I am a former long jump champion.
Go.
I once went to Amsterdam just for 2 hours, and I used to play ball with Marcus Rashford.
I feel like the first one's a lie.
Whoa! Hey.
You are
I'm
not.
an
You are
athlete.
not long jumping.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
are
about
not
that.
long
Yeah,
jumping.
yeah.
I didn't specify what jurisdiction.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
It was school.
I was long
Yeah,
jumping.
Yeah, but like,
You're not long, geez. Oh,
yeah, exactly. You gotta be tall for that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I
exactly.
can do that.
I'm
I've got
long.
legs.
Well, how tall are you?
Relax.
I'm like.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
5'11".
I'll
You're
put
definitely not 5'11" because I'm 5'9".
Wow.
Don't worry about my height. I'm 5'5" for the people who are wondering. I'm 5'5".
Oh, you're taller than me still.
Thank
I'll
you.
tell you.
5'2".
You're 5'2".
You're 5'2". No, you're not.
It's the shoes, no.
I am.
It's the
You're
shoes
not-
I'm
you're
made
not-
it look
you're not
taller.
I am. Trust me.
I don't want to stand up and measure in case I'm lying.
Yeah, I
about
feel
mine.
like, yeah.
No, it's fine.
I feel like you-
Anyway, so
Yeah,
which
you're
was
not
the
long
lie?
champion, bro. You're not long enough to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
says,
everyone
yeah.
go
Oh,
for
the
it.
other team. Wait, but you ain't played ball at Rashford either, though.
So it's
So
like
you just
two
been lying.
lies.
No.
The last one's a lie. The other two true.
What was the middle one?
I went to Amsterdam for just 2 hours.
That's a lie as well.
Wait,
No, because he could have stopped off some. Could have stopped off there, but he
Oh
was
yeah,
going
no.
somewhere. I think that's
When you
true.
come back to Ghana. Yeah, makes sense.
I've not been to Ghana since I've been here.
Oh yeah. No, that one can't be true. It can't be true.
So
you haven't been anywhere.
So you think everything's false?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll explain. I have not kicked ball with Rashford.
I know you haven't.
I've kicked ball with Brandon Williams though.
That's not the
Brandon
same.
Rashford.
That's not Rashford.
Clout chaser.
Yo, Brandon, come on the show.
Name
Come on the show, like. Come on the show. I was a long jump champion in high
You're
school.
lying.
I just
You went to
was.
your school.
I
You went to
can
your
jump
school.
very
You went
far.
to your school. I need to know. You.
I think we should see this.
I have
outside
a
after.
thing. I'll show you a picture of it. I have a thing with like a certificate and a medal for it as well. I actually did, and I did go to Amsterdam for 2 hours on my way to England. I went, like I said, I stopped
That's
off there
what I
for
mean.
2
I
hours.
stopped off from Ghana.
It counts. No, yeah, but he said to Ghana. Think about it.
Say nothing.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
mine. So everyone got it wrong.
Say
Basically.
nothing.
I've got mine, I think.
Okay, let's go.
Say less.
I've been a lifeguard. I've had coronavirus.
Hey.
or I went to my first club at 14.
Yeah. Definitely went to club at 14.
I believe the club. 14. How old were you looking when you were 14? How did you look?
Well, it's a funny story really because I was in Ibiza with my mum and I ended up getting into a club with someone that I knew, like he was a bit older there. So I went to my first club at 14 in Ibiza, which is pretty sick.
So
to be
that's
fair.
all the truth.
Yeah, so I
Thanks for confirming. Thanks for confirming.
Good one.
That's true.
Because he's
Wait,
all for that
next-
anyway,
Yeah.
though. To be fair, he's all for that anyway. So
Yeah.
So what are you up to then?
Corona.
lifeguard and
So you haven't
coronavirus.
had coronavirus?
Yeah, I'm on coronavirus.
I hope you have. Actually, not to mine.
Yeah, it
though.
doesn't matter if I've had
I
it.
feel like everyone's had it.
Yeah.
I've had it.
I've had it. I had a test the other day and I was negative still.
I've had to isolate 4 times.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, because loads of different people in my house kept getting
Oh.
it, and then loads of
Oh,
different people
yeah.
I've been like working with kept getting it.
So which ones do you think's true?
But lifeguard in UK.
The lie is that you've had corona. You haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've not had
you haven't had
corona.
it.
I knew it, man.
So you're a lifeguard. Where?
Yeah, at my
Blackpool
old
or
gym that I
something?
used. No, like as at leisure centre. So
Are they called lifeguards as well?
yeah,
Yes,
that's a
what do you think
lifeguard.
they're
Yeah.
I thought lifeguards
So, like,
were
when
at the
there's a
beach
swim-
and that.
No, anywhere in the
What's-
school. That's where it's good.
But yeah, it was the worst job of all time. I'll never ever do it again. I
So you
didn't.
can swim.
Really?
I don't even know how I got the job. Basically, I was qualified to be like a personal trainer, so I'm like qualified level 2 and level 3. So when I got my level 2, I applied for my gym that I was at that time, and they were like, "Oh well, you've got to have like a lifeguarding thing behind you." So they were like, "I'll pay for the course, whatever, and then you can have the job." So they paid for my course, I did the course, and it was literally the worst week of my life. I was crying every day. I hated it, like it was so bad. And I stuck at it and I somehow passed. But I think with me, like I'm a bit scared of water, so I don't know why I took the job.
Scared of
Yeah.
Really?
I'm scared of the sea. I'm scared of the sea.
water.
But I needed the job, and obviously they paid for my course. So I was like, I can't say no. This is a good opportunity for me, and it was good pay. It was full time, whatever. It was like my first full time job, and yeah, and I somehow passed. But I'll never ever do that ever again.
Lovely.
So the first one is that I went missing when I was 15 for like 24 hours maybe. And the second one, I got arrested for having literally a spliff on me when I was 18. And the third one, oh no.
Yeah, she messed up.
Yeah, I can't remember now. I've got a tattoo of my ex's name on my bum.
If that's true, that is the biggest.
I
Wait, how many tattoos am I supposed to say?
2 truths.
What did you do though?
Never mind.
Wait, so 2 lies, 1 truth.
What did I do?
Oh, yeah, what did you do? Like, what did you do? 2 lies and 1 truth, or 2 truths and 1 lie?
Just guess which one's which.
You know
Wait,
what?
no,
I got
Oh, no,
this.
I've done it wrong.
I got this. It's fine.
Two-
It's easy. It's easy.
Speak to you, Mike.
2 lies.
It's
1
easy.
half truth.
Okay. No, it's easy.
Or
The lie is she's not been caught with Let's Play for now. Fact. What was the first one?
That I was
Sure,
missing.
makes
She's gone missing. Yes.
yeah, I can believe that as well. Oh,
And she
wow.
don't have a boyfriend.
I think the second one's
And
true.
she doesn't have a
I
boyfriend's
think
name
there's only 1
tattoo.
truth.
I definitely think your
One,
boyfriend's name
two,
tattooed.
three.
I think
You
the
don't have
second
your
one.
boyfriend's name tattooed on you.
No, you do.
No,
I think
she doesn't.
But
that's
you
true.
think I've got my boyfriend's name?
I
tattooed
think
on me?
the
No, your
second
ex-
one.
your
I think
ex-boyfriend.
My ex's, yeah.
I think the second one's true.
Oh, the second one.
When she got caught with a spliff.
I don't think
That
so.
sounds
What do you
believable as
think?
well.
I don't think they
I don't
can
think you would
see.
get arrested though. I don't
Yeah.
think police will arrest you for that. Like,
It depends on the situation though, because if it was like a party and stuff was happening, you just don't know
I
the
think she went
situation.
missing. Missing for 2 hours.
I think that's definitely true.
Yeah, it's like.
You all think completely differently, so do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
Alright, go on.
The first one's true. I went missing.
I told you, she went missing.
Oh
I
my
can tell
days.
you. It was easy.
But I said that as well though, to be honest.
Nah, but
The last one was pretty good though. Like that would have been a
Nah,
good
no.
story to tell.
It was like a.
How did you
span
go
of the words
missing?
was like, nah.
You are?
How did you go missing? Why did you go missing?
I don't
What
even
the hell
know.
happened?
Active.
I was just young and got kicked out of a friend's house and then just basically disappeared for like 24 hours. And my mum, she's gonna remember this. She was stressed. The police were calling her. She was calling the police. Then the police came and took me home. It was so bad. I was in
But where did-
Birmingham as well. I was not like near my her house. I was like 2 hours. An hour away from. My
So like, what did you do for them 24 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I literally, so I obviously I had no phone, I had no money, so I went to my friend's work, knocked on the door, I literally waited for like 6 hours for him to come out. Then when he let me go to his house, but then I just fell asleep because I've been out on the streets for like ages, so I just fell asleep. like literally.
It's a deep
For
story,
like
you know.
8
Yeah, that is actually really sad.
And then I woke up and my mum's there like, where are you? And the police are ringing me like, are you being like, they thought I was being like kidnapped or something.
Oh,
Like they thought they were telling my mum like, oh, people are getting like trafficked in Birmingham. And my mum's like, what the hell? I stressed her out bad.
Well,
Yeah.
That ended on a nice note, didn't it?
We all laugh about it now. My mum laughs about it.
That was
It's heavy and heavy.
You guys are very interesting people. How was my so head?
yeah, trust.
I was
Anyways,
just trying to think what to say. I was like, the only crazy
Just
thing
that,
was
yeah.
that.
That's good.
linking onto that.
Yeah, no, not yet. So, obviously, we've mentioned that you own a modeling agency, you
Yeah.
model. How did that come about? How did you get into that?
So I was working in the music industry before. I used to do like artist management, A&R stuff, and then I did a bit of creative directing for like 2 companies in Sheffield. And like people would ask me, oh, do you want to jump in a video, or can you find girls for me? And then I've noticed there's not really like any agencies in the north. There wasn't at the time that do music videos specifically. So I just set it up more as like for people that I know, if you know what I mean, like through because I was working for a company called Northside Media in Sheffield. So like they do music videos, so like it went hand in hand. So I was helping them get girls. Then it just got bigger, and then I realised like when I was like in the industry more, I noticed there's a lot of problems, and I wanted to like change that myself. Just because I didn't like how it was. I didn't like how the industry was, and the fact that most of these companies were run by men, and they weren't fairly treating the women. So that's why I started it, because of that. But then like it's just taken off so much. Like it's so nice. I love it. I love working with the girls. It's so nice.
It's very nice. And how is it working for her? Pretend she's not here.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
She's horrible. Do you class her as your boss?
I mean, technically, manager,
Yeah,
So
she
she gets
does.
me all the jobs. So, but yeah, I obviously rate Becky because she does it all by the books and it's very professional, and I feel safe with her because I feel like I've not been in the industry. I've set the modelling industry, like the music video industry, for a long time. I've been doing it for like 6 months maybe, and she was one of the first people that messaged me. But yeah, I've like slowly got to realise that again, like the agencies run by men are very like pimpy, and they're very unsafe, and it's just they just do things that are just really weird. Like I don't know, especially the ones from down south as well. I've been linked in with. It's just some of the crazy stuff that's been going on, and like they've said to girls and stuff. It just seems really unsafe, and like it is like decent money, and it is a fun job. But then again, there's risks with everything, and especially like when you're putting yourself out there and doing like a job where you're looking yourself and like looking like a baddie. People are gonna try and take advantage of you and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I rate about girls that have kind of like made their own management company and been like, you know what, sack everyone else. Like we need to.
I think
bring all the girls in,
I think it's really good that it's a woman that's the head of it, because then you can, like, surely it must feel more comfortable for you to
100%
be under the tutelage or, under of a woman,
Mm-hmm.
a fellow woman who can understand everything you go through, and not a man who's just, like I said, pimping you out. Because I understand that. I feel like I'm more comfortable. I don't like men. I'm a man.
True.
I've always said I don't fuck with men like that, bro. I just don't, because I've not met men in my lifetime that have actually been that good, especially older men. But obviously, even younger men these days, it's dangerous.
They all want to
helpful
be
when you have
something that they're not, and it becomes massive, especially in the music industry. It becomes this cycle of like they're trying to be the big alpha male, and they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, and it's just so toxic. Like you don't need to be toxic. Like
it's worse with rappers. Like rappers.
that's what I mean.
Obviously, there's some nice ones. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I got boys
100%.
Very few.
There's an there's just an attitude problem, and the way they speak about the girls to
exactly.
me sometimes, like the messages I get, I just think you can't speak about someone like that when they're doing their job, like calling them all. Like it's fine, I get you all say tings all the time, but it's coming into my DMs saying that white ting, that ting with a big back. I'm like, just have a bit of respect when you're talking about them.
I just see that
It really winds me
All
up.
you
I
could do
have
is
to
just
say
send
it
a
'cause I can't
picture,
help
like
it.
you just don't that hard.
Honestly, some of the messages they just make me so angry.
I see it like managers uneducated. Like for me, like okay, say now you're with your boys and you speak how you speak with your boys. Say now you say you your family speak with your family. You go to work, you speak how you speak in work. Why can't you differentiate the different places?
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's this hood mentality of like they talk like that wherever they are.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got to have like, if you're gonna be an artist, you've got to be able to be versatile. You've got to talk. You've got to be able to talk professionally and speak to different people. You can't speak to everyone the same. Like, that's just how it is.
I think as well, like, artists forget that it's kind of like a business, and like they like expect girls to like be in their videos, and they don't see it as a job. I see a lot of guys and even just the whole industry trying to make me do stuff for free, and I'm just thinking, how are you getting these people to do things for free? Like, literally, like, girls in lingerie twerking, and they're like, oh yeah, but you're in my video, so why do you need to get paid?
See,
It's still a job though. Yeah, but I don't want clout from you.
I get someone with like 2,000 followers, and then they're like, oh, we'll give you some exposure. It's gonna hit a million.
Oh,
trust
I
me.
hate that.
Expose who?
Exactly,
Please.
like.
I've got more
Man.
followers. What? I don't need your exposure.
Nah, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's the problem with the whole industry as well. Like, because a lot of people do things for free now, it's like expected, and it's getting to the point now where it's like it's hard to find someone that wants your creative side and wants like you as a as a person. It's just, I don't know, it's just getting a bit ridiculous.
Do you think these rappers can differentiate between this is a job and this is just a girl? Because obviously, if you're wearing like bad B clothes and stuff,
And
I feel like their wires might get crossed into, like, they forget that this is a job. You're just doing this because
you know what it
they
is?
think you're actually just there for fun.
Yeah,
You're
it's
trying to-
no.
You know what it is,
no.
yeah? You know why I don't think these man can like differentiate? Because like for them, this isn't their job. You know what I'm saying?
that's-
This
that's
is a
what
hobby.
I'm saying
You know what I'm saying? Like
before,
rap for a lot of man is a hobby. Like not many man are famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compared to
Exactly.
money rapping, compared to
Yeah,
money
it's
are
like
famous.
we'll be there, and they're like, oh, come on, drink, like have
You know
a
what I'm
drink,
saying?
blah,
Yeah,
blah. But it's
they
like
forget
I
that.
have to do this every day,
Yeah.
every single day. So for me, this isn't like, I'm not finding it fun. Obviously, it's a good job. It's better than most, but like it's not fun. It's still hard work.
It's not special. Because
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
I
it's
think
not
they
special.
think it's like a special thing to be there. Like, we're gifted to be there, and it's just like,
no.
no, we do this on a reg. Like, it's
Bro,
just,
yeah, exactly. Like,
it's
you
not
are-
that deep.
Honestly, I've maybe not the same situations in it, but like when I was first starting like doing videos, like man tried doing that to me as well. I'm thinking when I first started making that music video, obviously like I was new in it, so I wouldn't expect man to like treat me like I'm some like massive like director or anything. But at the end of the day, like I'm still trying to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to get paid, you know what I'm saying? And I get like, oh, say nothing, you've got a few tracks out, boom, 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 hit 10k, 20k, say nothing, but that's not enough to make me think I want to do a video. Like, I understand if it was someone like mad, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain man who, for example, like I've just got into like photography and that, innit? So I've hit up a couple of people, like a couple of production companies, a couple of artists, and I'm like, listen, like if you ever got any video shoots, hit me up in it, and I just take some pics, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I get that. Obviously, that's free in it because I'm hitting you up.
Yeah.
I want to do it so I can build up my portfolio or whatever. But then when it's like a random guy and he's like, listen, I've got this, like, I'm not gonna say any names.
Nah,
I'm not gonna say any names.
shame them, man.
I'm gonna say some man from North, innit? That's what I'm gonna say. Some man from North.
Do I know this artist?
It's not even an artist. It's like they're like a management company, like entertainment company, whatever. They just started out anyway. Actually, the one clue I'll give you is the guy who owns it knows H. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that's probably the reason why he was a bit mad in it. But anyway, so they hit me up in it through one of my boys, and they basically, because they wanted to like get like a team in it, so they wanted to get like a videographer, photographer, like producers, whatever. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. You don't know it. You don't know what it is. No, NQ. Shout out NQ. NQ is safe. Yeah, NQ. They're cool. Yeah. But anyway, so they were starting off to get a videographer. So obviously, I spoke to the guy on the phone, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, like come to the studio, like we'll talk, like sort it out, whatever, innit?" So obviously, I'm asking him, "Okay, say nothing, but like, what do you want me to do in it? Like, do you want me to shoot your videos? Do you want me to take your pictures, whatever?" And he was just like, "Yeah, but like, it's not like we're not gonna pay you, innit? Like, we want you to do everything, but we're not gonna pay you." And I was thinking,
they're gonna make money off.
I was thinking,
Exactly.
you're just starting off. Like, you literally, like, I'm the first person who you're like contacting to do this. You know what I'm saying? To thing it. And they were like, "Nah, but obviously, like, we're gonna get big. Like, we've got this guy and we've got this guy, and obviously, I know my man, and he's gonna put in this for me, and And obviously, we're gonna, as we grow, you're gonna grow." And I was like,
I think
how much I can't
But
do.
you've already like made something of yourself.
Yeah,
Anyway,
at this point, I'm
there's
doing
no
like
point.
obviously you know me for a reason,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's why you picked me up. So why would I come and do everything like all your
free.
videos or like for free? That doesn't make sense. Like, what do you expect?
collabs are fine, like when you've got like a basis of like you both gonna understand like, oh, we're just doing a little thing for free. Collabs are fine. I think that's like perfectly valuable. But when you're doing like a massive job for free, they're just taking the mick, really, aren't they? Like, it's just...
Especially if they're going to benefit off it.
Yeah, if they're going to make money off it, that's not a collab,
exactly.
that's taking the mick out of you,
That's literally using you and then keeping the profits.
It's exploiting.
Oh.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it's exploiting.
Obviously, speaking about bad experiences,
Get them in trouble.
have you ever like had a really like? I feel like you've told me like a bad experience
I
before.
told you one. Yeah.
But what other bad experiences have you had like working with like artists?
I mean, to be fair, mine's not really been with artists per se. Mine's been in more like, well, actually it has been with artists, but it's in the clubs, because I work at a club as well. I do dancing at clubs. So yeah, when I'm at the clubs, that's when I probably would get like harassed and treated really unfairly, to be fair. And it's just like, I'd say at least once a week I'd get like sexually harassed. Like
Once a week?
Yeah. Because I'm
surprised it's not even more.
It's not. It's like at least. So like, I'd work at the club like 2-3 days a week. And I'm wearing like, say, like high-waisted knickers and like socks and stuff. Like, obviously it's a hot job, and you're literally sweating in a club dancing on stage. And people just think because you're wearing that and because you're dancing, people think you're entitled to touch me. And it's like, arse smacking was one of them, like the biggest things. Like, we're walking past, smacking, and I just turn around and be like, what, like, do you know what I mean? It's not fair at all.
Yeah.
I get guys grabbing me and like telling me just things in my ear. Like, I'm there to have a good time. I'm there to, you know, do my job. That was literally one of my main jobs. Like, that was my whole life basically. And the whole club scene is just, it's just as bad as like the music industry, I'd say.
Yeah, I worry for women in those like male dominated spaces. As a male, if I go there, I'm not worried about anything happening to me. But I feel like if I was a female, I would even go out because of the fact that one man is bound to do something to you, and not just one, multiple, because men can't. Why?
You know what it is? I feel like man feel like example in your job, they think it's like in America where like in America.
Yeah. They're entitled. They think they're entitled to.
They feel like they're entitled to do that kind of stuff. They don't understand that this is your job. You're not there. Like, do you ever think you do that? Be like, oh yeah, do it again, Zaddy. No, nobody's thinking
imagine
do
us
it
doing
again.
that to someone.
Like nobody wants that, but they'll think like. Oh.
What about you?
Bad experiences like with music videos and stuff like that. A lot of them have just been like, so like one time we were shooting and this guy had his uncle at the shoot, and his uncle tried to walk in on the girls getting changed, and obviously they've heard them trying to open the door, and then one of their friends has gone, oh, don't open there, they're getting changed there, and he went open it anyway, and he's coming with his camera like to try and film them. So obviously they've said to me, look, we can't have them around when we're doing our, like, they were doing like a scene in like a hot tub, and they were like, we can't have them there while we're doing this because it's awkward, like we feel uncomfortable now. So I've told him, not him actually, the friend, I was like, you can't all come out, they just want to do it on their own. He started getting arsey with me, like screaming in my face, and then was just like, do you know what, fuck off. I was like, okay. So I went back outside, was watching them do their thing, and then all of these men, like 20 man, started just walking outside as if they were going to come over, and they're like having a go at me. I was like, what is going on?
Some
Honestly,
uncle, you know, as well.
Yeah, he was old. Like, I was like, what is that?
It is. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
The minute I opened, I was like, no.
Every time. No, it was mad. But yeah, no one really said anything though. Like the videographer was a bit like, "Are you okay?" But like, no one
so
said anything.
intimidating as well.
Yeah.
There's 20 man, and
Yeah, and bearing in mind as well, we're in the middle of the Peak District, so there's no one around, like no one else around, and I just thought, there's us 3 girls and loads of man. Like, if anything happens, what are we gonna do?
That's what I was thinking, because like whenever I've done like for example, actually no, the shoot they did the other day wasn't even that bad. Like, I've had shoots where like there's one girl and a bag of, man them turn up in groups of 10.
Yeah,
At least.
that's why I always, like, there's one thing with my agency is I always try and go with the girls.
Yeah.
If I can't, then I'll try and send someone else, but like, I don't let them go on their own unless I know like the artist or the videographer.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm like sure they're gonna be okay and I've checked with them, but I
Because
don't like letting them go on their own.
Because I'm saying this with you before, and when I'm like doing videos, like I feel like obviously it's the artist's shoot, but obviously I'm directing it. I'm supposed to telling people what to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then when I'm like working with models and I'm seeing like a madness, I'm thinking, you're like, I can't just stand here and be like,
just like.
But then next time let's say you want to work with me again, you might be thinking, right, like last time we shot a video, like,
exactly,
like you automatically
become part of them because you know
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've got to do your part, basically.
Yeah, everyone's got to speak if they think something's not right, because there's not enough of it. Like, I've seen so many things happen, not even in the music industry, but I've seen things happen where no one stood up for the girl, no one's helped her. Do you know what I mean? And all their friends are saying, "Oh, no, that didn't happen. You're a liar." And stuff like that.
But that's where it gets techie, because like
boy code is just so toxic. It's just
But I get it. It's toxic.
Can't back your boy.
It's one of them. It's like it's one of them. It's like, let's say a girl makes an accusation. Like, do you remember like that time like on Twitter? I don't know if you're active on Twitter, innit? But like, there was like a page which was like, it made like a list of a bunch of like influencers and stuff like that.
That were,
you know what I'm talking about?
Predators and
basically like a page, like a random Twitter page. Not Twitter. Yeah, Twitter page.
Yeah, just posted like a whole.
They posted like a list of like about 20 like rappers, influencers, basically like famous famous people in it, and it basically said that all these people like
sexual assaulters, basically.
Yeah, like rapists, stuff like that, innit? But then obviously it's like, okay, I say nothing, you're exposed. I do think that man who do that need to be exposed, innit? But then again, there was no evidence as to what any of the people did.
Yeah.
They only had the names because it was anonymous, so they basically said, if you know anyone who's done anything, message us and we'll put them onto the list.
But then anyone can just do that.
That's what I say. That's why I said it gets techie, because it's like, you can't not believe someone who claims that they've been raped. But then again,
you have to believe them.
You've got to be smart. Like, you can't like, it's a touchy subject.
It shouldn't be like that though, because again, like it's only like 1% of it, like of the claims are fake. Like, if you look at the statistics, most of the claims are real, and it's that tiny little percentage where it isn't, so you can't base it on that. Do you know what I mean? You can't base it off that tiny percent of it might be fake, because most of the time there's some like, you know, truth to it.
There is no evidence, and a lot of the reason that there is no evidence is because no one will go to the police immediately, because they're scared everyone's going to tell them they're lying. Because it's like, everybody does tell you that you're lying.
Especially when it's someone famous as well. That's it. Like,
because they have fans that want to protect them.
Protection, literally, is so bad.
But then that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you say, like, how would, if, like, let's say someone came up to you, how would you sort out the situation? Let's say you knew the guy and you knew the girl. The guy said to you, and the girl said to you, look, he's done this to me. How would you solve that situation? And the guy saying he didn't do it. How would you solve the situation? Because again, like I said, there's no evidence. But then
talk to them and try and work out exactly what's happening, because sometimes it's not necessarily that they don't think. It's not that they haven't done it, it's that they don't think what they've done is sexual assault, because sometimes you just don't think certain things are. Like, boys will try and sleep with someone, they'll say no, and they'll take it as like, oh, you're playing hard to get. Do you know what I mean?
That's weird. I don't get that. Whenever man say that to me, I just think, nah.
Yeah, if you say no, I'm like, even if
you're
trying to play hard to get, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't taking no risk.
Yeah, exactly.
One time, if you want to do it, you would say yes. Why are you saying no? Like,
people who want to make it long, it's like, okay, cool.
Make it long, innit? We'll make it.
I don't want to be a part of
I'm not trying
a
to
story of, that's the thing.
And another thing I'll say, because I saw this on Twitter as well, like, one of the points that people were trying to make is that nobody knows what sexual harassment, that there's no definition as to what is sexual harassment.
There is though, because it's like,
I mean, there's a definition, but like every situation is different.
There's a spectrum of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people say wolf whistling is.
I heard someone say that it's sexual harassment if they get approached.
Not approach, but it depends what you say to someone as well. Like, if you're being provocative and you're being aggressive, that is sexual harassment, because you've been aggressive. It's like when someone comes up to you and starts on you, you're going to be like, that's aggressive and that's someone starting on you. Yeah. It's the same concept, but in a sexual way. Yeah. So like, as a girl, if I'm walking down the street and 3 men come up to me and they're harassing me about, oh, I want to get in your pants, I want to do this and all that. Yeah. That's sexual harassment. But then some guys might be like, oh, well, we're just messing around. But then how am I feeling? You've got to think about how I'm feeling.
I think sexual harassment is basically anything that would make a woman feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, 100%. In a sexual way, yeah.
That makes a woman comfortable. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it doesn't make her feel comfortable, just don't do it. Like, sometimes you might say something, you might be joking, yes, and they say, oh, I'm not comfortable, apologise at least. Like, just let it go. But don't just, some people are so hard, they're like, nah, it's not deep. Like, for you, it's not maybe.
Yeah,
but it is
that's
for them.
the thing. You have to think as well. Like, obviously, certain things are going to upset certain people more. Like, some people are a lot stronger and can be like, it's not even that they're strong, because it's like, if you've been through things or you've been sexually assaulted, you don't know what's happened to them when they're younger. And then anything can trigger people like that. Anything. So yeah, that's why you have to be so careful.
Yeah, trauma plays a big part in your life. Like, you genuinely don't know what people are going through. Someone walking down the street could have so much baggage, and then one little thing that you say to someone can just trigger something. And like, that's what people need to realise in this day and age. Like, everyone has their own trauma, everyone has their own things to deal with, and like, everyone does need to be careful what they say, because we're so much more aware of things now. And that's why I'm glad, like, the whole like women's movement, I guess, that on Instagram and like social media basically has like come towards us, because I feel like men do need to hear it, because we, like, as I said, like, as women, we've been dealing this since I was like 12. Do you know what I mean? I was getting wolf whistled when I was 12 years old. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just disgusting things. Like, it's a day-to-day thing. I'll be walking down the street, literally in my tracksuit, bun in my hair, beeped 5 times, wolf whistling. Like, there's been guys that have literally, like, I've been walking down the street and they've turned the car around just to come and chat to me. That's scary,
It's worrying. Imagine you walking, so stop their car.
Do you know how many things like that?
Yeah, it happens nearly every day to me.
In Sheffield, we'd literally come back from a night out, so maybe like 5 a.m. walking home, and this car pulled up next to us, and they were like shouting at us, and we were like, what the hell? So we're trying to run into her flat. One of my friends gets mouthy, he's like, fuck off. So we were all like laughing. Then they turned the car around, started driving at us, literally, and then they apparently, because we were in the flat, we came back out and the security were like, they've come back looking for you twice. They came back to the flat. Like, how scary is that?
Man like that,
that's scary
firstly,
for me. I'm a big man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone would be scared of that. Like, they come looking for you.
People like that, do they ever think a girl's really gonna be receptive to that kind of...
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, these men must have no game. Like,
no, that's the thing. Do you think I'm gonna run after you, you little courser, because you beeped at me and give me like a wink? Do you know what I mean?
Little Fiat 500.
I'm like, oh,
no offense to mama courses, innit?
No offense.
What is it? Do you know what it is? It's
you want to
just
punch in the air right now.
Sorry.
But it's genuinely, I fear for women, and that's the reason why I've never liked men. I've never felt comfortable with men, because I always I'm wary of men. Like, you could do this, yeah, you're smiling to my face, but you could be like this. And anytime I see somebody exhibit such behaviours, like because it comes casually at a party, and I just your friend like, and we're all laughing. I'm like, actually no, that's hella dodgy, and people don't like call out their boys on it enough. They wait till their boys done a madness. Nah. Sometimes you know your boys do your madness. You know he has them.
This is our advice for you today, innit? Man, them check on your boys. Like, not even check on your boys. Like, if you seen your boy doing a madness, just say, bro, pattern up. It's not that hard to say, pattern up, bro.
Like, don't do that.
Like, I'd say it to my friends. I'd say it to my guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Not enough people will.
I'm one of the people as well. Like, if someone's being toxic around me, like, they're gone as a friend. Like, if anyone's racist, homophobic, whatever, like, again, like, misogynistic, I can't be surrounded by them. I'm strict like that, because
that's gonna affect me. Yeah,
exactly. Why? Like, it's like them girls that have that like, oh, I'm not homophobic, but then we're with guys that are. And like, that's so belittling to people, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've got a lot of gay friends, and it's the same. Like, I would never ever get with someone that's homophobic, because I literally like, a lot of my friends are gay.
Around them, your friends.
Exactly.
You have to be like your company is influenced by what you want.
You same morals as you, like the same well-being. Like, you've literally got to be surrounded by people that influence you in a really good way, and that's what people need to start doing. You need to start checking people and saying, do you know what, you ain't right. Like, I cannot chill with you, and that's what that should be normalised. I don't know why that's not normalised.
It's because there's bad people always doing, not all men, but the fact is
not all men is the dumbest thing I've seen in my life. It's literally
the stupidest thing. It's like when people say all eyes man, when say black lives matter.
Oh.
That annoys me. Because, not all men are going to kill you, but check this. If a snake bites you one time, not all snakes are going to bite you, but you're going to be wary of all snakes for future. That's how it works. They have to be wary. When you walk home at 12 o'clock or whatever, you're chill. I go home at 1 a.m. I went home at 2 a.m. the other night. My mom doesn't know this. I went home at 2 a.m. the other night. And I just walked home to my house. It was very casual. No one's going to do anything to me. But women can, even 8 o'clock, the minute it starts going dark, you have to be wary. You can't go down a dark place by yourself, because things can happen. Why? And not all... Shut up, man.
You know what, I think, obviously we need to think of a solution, innit? Because talking is just you get me. I think my solution, is any guy, I think there should be a database, online, Google, easy, online, there should be a database. Anyone's ever been, like, not accused, but anyone who's ever been, like, he's been involved in sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape. Their names, all their details should be on this website. So if you're chatting to a guy, you can just go in there,
Just go check
type in the name.
There's
Is he been accused of
Can't
anything?
stop the ones
It's
in
a
real life.
database, but it's only for people that have actually been charged with it.
Yeah, it's
convicted
hard
of
to
it.
charge
Yeah,
someone.
you
That's
can't charge
the whole issue with like
Also,
rape and sexual harassment.
When somebody does it on the road, you can't check the stats.
Yeah.
The
No,
best advice is to literally check your boys if you think they're doing something like boys. Just stop touching what isn't yours anyway.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Girls, like as hard as it is, like if you feel like you've been sexually assaulted, then they need to go
Speak out, innit?
yeah, they need like
Yeah,
I feel
and-
like I should have given that advice to people, to other people, myself a long time ago, and it's now becoming more like people should feel more comfortable to do it.
Speak
And
out.
there's
And
more support. Yeah, speak out.
I think as
where
well
you
what
can
should be
if you feel
normalised as
comfortable.
well, like you should realise that you have done wrong in the past and you can grow. I think people are so stubborn and so like in the ways I'm like, nah, I've not done that, and like, do you know what, if you have done something, just change the way that you are. If you realise it now, like maybe boys have done dodgy
I
things
can
in the
guarantee
past,
that most of us have probably accidentally done something without any intent
100%.
at some point. But the fact is, once you get because 5 years ago I wouldn't think Wolf was still in the sexual harassment. I wouldn't think a lot of things are.
I don't know my name Wolf. What's the one, the real?
It's just a lot of builders,
Yeah.
Middle-aged men.
Yeah, really. But like things like grabbing girl, like you know.
Like, that's young men grabbing you up.
Like in the
that's
club.
annoying.
You know, in the club when some guys are trying to get past, they'll hold the girl by the waist and trying to push her.
Yes.
They're just doing that. I've done that before, not because I wanted to. I just thought that's the proper way to. I thought you can't just push a lady.
Would you do it to a guy though?
Huh? Yes, kind of.
Just hold a guy by the waist.
I've never held by the waist, but like I'd always push them by like there, because I always feel like it's. I don't know. I always feel like it's a bit pushy to just push them in the back.
That's
Like,
fine though.
But
But
some-
it's what
some
they
girls
do
won't
is
like
they
that.
grab you, and then
Yeah,
like they're literally behind you, so they're they're
I've seen some
fronting,
guys
and then
literally
they just want to see you
deliberately-
bum. Exactly, they just want to see you
Some of
bum.
them will pass
This
you
one,
like, big man,
This
you're not
one,
fooling
this
anybody.
shit.
That's them.
I think that
How are you feeling?
how desperate is that as well? Like
It's
for
so sad.
what the 3 seconds of
Yo,
a little bit
go
of
home and one.
pleasure, like
Go
come
home
on,
and
bro.
just walk the dog. Go home, do a little thing.
What the dog, bro?
Just go walk your dog.
Wow, bro.
God, it's
So, I
just
mean, it's
horrible.
money don't get girl. It's
It has to be.
money don't
But
get
do you
girl.
know what? Sometimes it's actually not.
It's
Like,
not- it's
I had
not
this guy,
always.
right, that he was a very attractive guy, I can't lie. He was tall, tattooed, like, he was an attractive guy. But he literally grabbed me by my head for no reason. Like, I hadn't spoken to him, by my head like
Assault,
this,
that's
and
really
tried
assault.
to kiss me. And then I've obviously slapped him.
That's happened to me
And then he
before as well.
spat in my face, and no one did anything.
Ew,
Right in my face.
saliva.
No one
wait,
did
no.
until my friend saw, and then
Send
she
me
got
the
my
address.
I would have
She was
punched him in the
literally like-
face.
And then the whole club's like.
We're riding out. What is his
You
address?
put saliva on your face.
Yeah, he
That's
spat all over my
wild.
face. Shout out poor
That's not
Steve
even-
An ego
from
thing.
that.
It's an ego
I'm
thing
not
again.
happy.
It's such an
No.
like men with the egos. They can't handle
Yeah,
it. If
that's
they
Because
right.
like,
rejection as well.
yeah, you
It's
can't
either-
handle
it's
rejection.
girls who
Yeah.
can't get, guys who can't get girls, or guys who get so many girls that they think they have.
They think
They're-
they
Oh,
deserve
they're
it.
entitled again. Yeah, it's the ego
Oh.
thing. Yeah.
I'm tired of like this
whole,
like our gender.
Wow.
Sometimes I'm just like, wow.
That's happened to me though before, where someone's just tried grabbing my face and kissing me. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
But
ew,
what kind of-
no, like
Who
what
does
are you
that?
What,
doing?
did you think you were gonna be like?
I didn't think that was a real thing.
Like,
You're watching too many movies, man. It doesn't happen in real life.
Romance.
You'll be like,
Nah.
no, stop. People, I beg you, be careful. There's like people aren't gentlemanly anymore. Everyone's too suggestive. Everyone's trying to do that kind of stuff, and it's
Aggressive, yeah.
annoying.
You know one thing
Just
that
chill.
I feel like is part of the problem. Yeah, you know how man them are just like so like free with each other. Like we will say anything to man them. Like, we know that man them not gonna say anything back because more time man them don't care what my other man them say. Like when having a conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like man them forget to like
Switch.
and they talk to girl the same way how they talk to man.
Yeah.
Like you can't
That
bring up
happens
like
to me
sex
a lot.
jokes with girl and the same way you say it with your man. It doesn't work.
I have people, because I've got obviously friends, well, a lot of it's because I'm in the music industry and because I manage girls, they think they can talk to me like I'm one of their boys because they're trying to move to one of my girls. Do you know what I mean?
No.
They say things and I'm like, what? You can't talk about my girls like that.
They will think you're with them.
You're
You're on their
part.
side.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
we're-
I'm with my
Give them the
girls.
stuff or something,
I
like-
hear the maddest things. I'm like, what's he? But But to be honest, I can't lie. Like sometimes girls, we say mad stuff as well. You just don't know about it.
No, but that's
I don't mind not knowing about
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
We don't need to know.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
them say mad stuff. You
Yeah.
ain't meant to know. Just don't.
But it's not like we're gonna come and start sexually assaulting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not aggressive. We're
Yeah.
just quite funny and just like a bit
Exactly.
silly. Like
And-
it's not like scary where
Yeah.
they're like,
Exactly.
it's like-
There's no intimidation. But
Yeah.
I will say, for the few percentage of men, because obviously men do also get sexually harassed and
Yeah,
abused and stuff. So, yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
We're not saying it's invalid. And that's one thing I hate when these things come up with. Like, well, men also, yes, we know that, but this is not, we're talking about women right now. They always want to try, it's like they want to be like, oh yeah, but yeah, forget about the women. What about the men? We know
Yeah.
that. We know that too. They can coexist. Men also get sexually abused, harassed, everything. And we think it's wrong as well. We want to be part of the solution as well. But right now we're talking about women, and it's so disproportionate. How many more women? Do you know a woman is killed by a male every 2.5 days or 3 days, something like that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That is wild.
A
Why?
woman, wait, what?
A woman is killed, murdered by a man every 2.5 days.
So it's I feel like domestic violence or
But
again
just
like
some-
rape or just
Literally,
like,
how?
stuff like that.
So it's a
Wow,
big
wow.
problem. Literally imagine.
Wow.
It's like saying that a man is stabbed a man will be stabbed by, actually no, men are stabbed a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
men are
that's
dead.
the thing. But with
But
that,
still, it's
I'm
bad.
not- with men being stabbed, it's normally because they're both involved
Yeah.
in something.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's
with
not
like
men, it's
Innocent people.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that a black on black thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the 97% thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more. It's definitely more because some women won't say for like, oh yeah, I've been sexually harassed or anything, because some people might not see it as that. But check this: 97% is a mad percentage. That means
Mad.
almost all women. It's like saying
That
almost
is
all.
all to me.
It's like
To me,
saying
that's
exactly.
all.
It's like saying all men have been stabbed before, like that stabbing
yeah,
thing.
literally.
Because it's the same thing. Like, it's also the same thing. But I'm saying there's something horrible happening to them. Imagine that happened to all men. That's a wild thing.
Wild statement.
Exactly.
Yeah,
How?
I'll say that.
Imagine that your sisters, your friends, all of them have probably had that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? We want to be part of the solution. Like, man, them the ones that actually do care, which should be all of us. But some people are idiots, and not all men, but whatever. Coming from women yourself, what do you think we can do to help you guys feel more comfortable on the streets and wherever you are? What can man them
Do
do?
you see that 6 p.m. curfew thing?
That's
What,
silly.
for
I
the
think
man?
that's silly.
No, but think,
That's
It's probably even
irrational.
worse.
No.
That's probably even worse because then you're gonna have the people who, so everyone else can stay inside, and there's only gonna be women on the street. But
Yeah.
then there's probably gonna be people actively going out
Yeah.
to rape
Yeah,
women. But there's
exactly.
no men around to help you out.
But
Yeah.
the 6 p.m. curfew thing, I think, is a great thing. Do you know what? It highlights how ridiculous the idea of women shouldn't be out late.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now,
Yeah.
not the same men should be out late, and men are outraged. How dare 6? That's literally what women have to do when it gets
Yeah,
dark.
literally.
After work, go home.
Winter
go
months
home.
when it
You are
gets
right,
dark, you can't really be going out by yourself without people. It's
Sure.
scary. So obviously the 6 p.m. curfew, it's not a real thing. It's a joke, but it was used as a point to show how ridiculous it is that women are subjected to that 6 p.m. curfew
That's so
without
true.
realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's used
it's-
to make a point rather than to
literally,
be like
yeah.
an actual thing.
It's done.
Other than obviously talking to your boys,
Yeah.
spreading awareness, not even spreading awareness, just not even teaching your boys, like just be straight up.
Straight up.
Just even teaching them,
Yeah.
tell them straight up, boom, you can't do that, you can't
Yeah.
do this, that's a bit wild, don't do that,
Because-
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
One thing I think that we can do, I've seen on Twitter, is someone said, like, if you're walking home at night or something, or walking somewhere at night, and it's just you and a woman, maybe cross the road or something to make it feel more comfortable.
I do that with people, like any kind of white person. I do that. I'll be real.
See,
I feel like they'll be scared of me.
with
Like,
white
I'm walking
people,
towards them.
when I see old white ladies, I always smile at them.
I don't even smile.
I
across the
smile,
road. I don't want them to
like-
just
To be
have
honest,
any
the only
kind
people
of.
I'm scared of in the street is old.
White,
middle-aged
yeah,
white men.
yeah, same.
Yeah,
100%.
really?
Yeah.
That's
No.
like at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, literally, I mean, I see groups of white people like.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So when I see man, like not even.
But when I see like white people or like people that look a bit I'm worried that they might be intimidated, I'll smile.
I'll cross the road.
If I see females, I'll walk faster so that I can be ahead of them.
Yeah,
like,
true.
say if they're behind me, I'll walk faster.
I'll
so
make
I can-
noise so they know I'm behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that. I was making
Kick some leaves or something.
Yeah, or I'll cross the road because I'm like, what
And
else
if
can
you're-
I do to make you feel comfortable? Because
If
I'm
you're
not
with
really
a group of people as well, you know how if you're like if you're outside the shop with your boys or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And you
but
walk past and they're all like, oi, can I get your number?
yeah, see
I
that?
just think
That must be scary.
What?
Just by yourself.
it's
Just
so intimidating.
yeah, it is.
It's
That
like,
is a big thing actually.
it is like that's a massive
so
thing. That
don't be
is too
chasing
much.
gal on road, man. Then
I
don't be
don't,
that.
I don't get that anyway because more
Social
time,
media.
if you were on your ones, you would not approach a group of 10 girls.
That's
No,
the
you
first
wouldn't.
part.
Yeah.
More
Like I
time
said,
you
if
wouldn't.
you're
So why do
on
you
your
think she'd do
own
that
and
to
you
you?
approach me and it's, do you know, obviously sometimes you do have to approach people and stuff,
Yeah.
but like you've just got to do it in a nice
There's a right
way.
time.
And
Yeah, right time and
Yeah,
place.
Not
Right
in the
way.
darkness. You're walking behind them.
Yeah, no.
Outside,
Remember,
outside
with the
some
mask on and
corner
your
shop
hologram,
like, in
like-
ends, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's like, I remember walking home from the club once, like in Sheffield it was, and I used to have to walk in this underpass, and there was loads of like scary people who used to like hang out in the underpass, and I was on my own, and I was walking back, and this guy came up and was like, "Oh, do you want me to walk you home?" I was thinking, no,
No,
because
thank you.
you're one of the creeps that I'm trying to avoid.
Like-
he was like, "Come on, I'll take you home." I was
You just
thinking,
definitely wanted to know where you wanted
just
to
go
live,
away.
like-
Yeah, literally.
That's creepy, man.
But anyway, any other
Yeah. Is
suggestions?
there anything else? Things that we
I'd
could
say
do?
like normalise like not falling out with your friends, but you know, kind of just been like
checking?
checking them and saying if someone's being toxic and being vulgar, like not speaking to them, because that's what I'm saying. I think especially with men, like, they're very close to the boys and they'll kind of like allow things to happen and be like, oh, it's just a one-time thing or like whatever. And I think no, like you need to actually make a stand and say, nah, this ain't right. I don't want to like mess with you no more because you're a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that is so normal for boys, like to just be like laugh about it or to not really like care.
Take it in.
Take it. They don't really take it seriously. But from a girl's perspective, like a girl could like move to your man and that's it. The friendship's over. Do you know what I mean? It's the girls are serious about like anything.
Girls, girl friendships.
Yeah, girls are mad like that. But I said with saying with men, like I feel like they can let things go pretty easy and things like that. If you know your boy's being a bit weird and sexually assaulted someone or you know moving a bit mad, you should just be like, listen, bro, I don't want to deal with you no more.
Not even just your friends as well. Like I'm talking about people in the street.
Yeah,
you see someone trying to chat to a
associating.
girl, say leave her alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just
yes,
like
yes.
actually having but like at shoots when someone's being a bit touchy feely or like it's always so the artist obviously he's asked, can I touch the girls if they're twerking whatever, and the girls have given their permission. Then his friend comes in and starts slapping on the ass, and it's like, no, you do not have the permission to be doing that.
Alright, so today we're giving you bare advice, innit? Everyone podcast. Yeah, we help you out in it. We're trying to obviously. It's mad that this is actually International Women's Month and this is our Women's Month.
Literally.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
good time to do it.
But anyway, yeah. So man, this is go back to the start episode and watch it again.
Watch it again.
Send it to your boys.
Yes, send it to that boy. Like you know him. You
Send
know
it to
he has a tendency to on.
D1 too splashy.
Yeah.
All them man.
Them 2K trappy,
2K
all that
trappy,
stuff.
okay,
Send it,
trappy.
send it to all your boys.
Nah.
Pattern them. Tell them, yo, this I was telling about the other day. You can't be doing things like this, man.
Yeah, and to girl, I'm sorry.
Genuinely, I am sorry, and we hope to be part of the solution because it's not deserved the things that girl have to go through right now. It's not.
But yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Unless you're a rapist or sexual
Then
assault,
unsubscribe.
you can go suck your mom.
Yeah,
You can
unsubscribe.
happily suck your mom.
Unfollow me on Insta. Don't
Yeah.
chat to me. I'm not on it.
We don't care about you, man.
I'm not on it. Yeah, but anyway, thank you to you two coming through.
We're very.
Thanks for having us.
very
Yeah,
appreciative.
thanks
Wait,
for having us.
what's your management?
Bomb
Oh, yeah.
management.
Bomb.
We'll link it
So
all in the
you rappers,
Shout Becky.
the real ones.
Female-owned business here.
Yeah.
we don't do amateur. Yeah,
You know, real rappers, none of you like you 100 views and your friends. No, real rappers with money.
Yeah, bring your peas.
Hit 'em up.
Don't come to the DMs with no peas.
Yeah,
we're not
come with
gonna
money.
lie.
Yeah, and go and hit them up because yeah.
You'll see the selection on the
They're
page.
worth the
You
money.
see,
Exactly.
you see the little taster they're giving
You'll
us
see
today.
the selection.
Come
Yeah, it's making sense.
Listen.
Making sense.
If you see any of these people in my next music video, mind your business. Innit? Mind your business.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.
Alright, see you guys in a
Baby,
bit.
just
See
leave me alone, cause I'm way too grown. Don't go on my phone. Get up off work, get a hit the roads. I'll do for her, I don't think she knows. On the run, life gets crazy. And right now, they let not phase me. 1K key, like Paige, got demons.